welcome back everyone. Okay, it's time for ASP2, right? It's time for ASP2C Unit 4. So open Unit 4 and tell me, what can you see on the picture? What is going on here? Can you see the different places? These people are talking about their traveling, they are sharing traveling experiences. They are sharing their traveling experiences, where they have been to, the places they have seen, the countries that they have seen. They are sharing, right? So they are talking to each other about where they have been. Okay. So let's listen.
The world is so big. There are so many places to go in the world. It is so much fun listening to and sharing stories about different places.
Okay, let's listen again.
The world is so big. There are so many places to go in the world. It is so much fun listening to and sharing stories about different places.
The world is so big. The world is so big. And there are so many places that you can go to, right? But unfortunately, right now, we can't really travel the world like we used to because of coronavirus, right? But after coronavirus, we probably will be able to travel, right? Yes. So the world is so big and there's a lot of things and places to go to and see, okay? So now, let's talk about these places. Can you see here? It says Paris. Paris. Can you say Paris? Point to Paris and say Paris. Paris. Can you see this? Oh, it says Sydney. Sydney. Can you point to Sydney and say Sydney? Can you see this now? It says London. London. Can you point to London and say London? London. Now, let's listen some more.
Gondola. Gondola.
Point to the gondola and say gondola. Point to the gondola and say gondola. This is a gondola. You stand in it's a boat, a small boat, and you can move on water in a gondola.
Canal. Canal.
Point to the canal and say canal. Point to the canal and say canal. Can you see the canal? So the gondola is in the canal. Can you see the gondola in the canal? Right.
Eiffel Tower. Eiffel Tower.
Point to the Eiffel Tower and say Eiffel Tower. Can you see the Eiffel Tower? Where is the Eiffel Tower? It's in Paris. Paris.
London Eye. London Eye.
Can you see the London Eye? Point to the London Eye and say London Eye. The London Eye is in London. The London Eye is in London.
Opera house. Opera house.
Point to the opera house and say opera house. Opera house. Can you see the opera house is in Sydney? Opera house is in Sydney.
Hula dance. Hula dance.
Point to the picture of the hula dance and say hula dance. Hula dance. She is doing a hula dance. Can you do the hula dance?
Volcano. Volcano.
Point to the picture of the volcano and say volcano. Point to the picture of the volcano and say volcano.
Flight attendant. Flight attendant.
Point to the picture of the flight attendant and say flight attendant. Flight attendant. Okay, these people help us in the plane. They give us food. They make sure we are okay. The flight attendant. Flight attendant.
Female. Female.
Point to the picture of female and say female. Female. A female is a woman or a girl. A female is a woman or a girl. Female.
Statue of Liberty. Statue of Liberty.
Point to the picture of the Statue of Liberty and say Statue of Liberty. A statue is a piece that is made from cement and it just stands. Okay? And now I am a statue. Can you be a statue? Statue. Can you be a statue? Statue. Okay? Statue. It stands still. It never moves. It's called a statue. In this case, this statue is the Statue of Liberty and it's holding like a burning fire. A Statue of Liberty. Okay, good job, guys. Now, in the picture, can you see the gondola? The gondola. I can see the gondola. Point to the gondola in your book. Yes, this is the gondola. Can you see the canal? Remember, the gondola moves in the canal. Canal, canal, gondola, canal. Can you see the Eiffel Tower? The Eiffel Tower is in Paris. Eiffel Tower, Eiffel Tower. Can you see the London Eye? The London Eye is in London. Yes, London. This is the London Eye in London. Can you see the Opera House? The Opera House is in Sydney, right? Sydney Opera House. The Opera the hula dance? She is doing the hula dance, right? Hula dance. Oh, volcano. Where is the volcano? It explodes, right? Oh, it's exploding. Volcano. The flight attendant. She helps us to be comfortable on the plane. She makes sure we are okay. They give us food, okay? They give us blankets. They make sure we are okay. The flight attendant. Can you see the female? She is female. Another female. Okay? Female, right. They are female. A woman or a girl. The Statue of Liberty. All right, guys. Let's move to the next page. So, you can see the conversation. Open to the next page and let's listen.
A friend of teacher Anna is a pilot. He comes to class today to share his stories with the students. There is a big map of the world on the board.
Excuse me, how many countries have you been to?
Around 15 countries, I think.
Wow! Among those countries, which impressed you the most?
Probably Italy. I love taking a gondola ride along the canal.
That sounds interesting. Where is Italy?
Here, let me show you where it is on the map.
Oh. Okay. So, this is a pilot. He went to the school to tell them about his traveling experiences. He is a pilot. He flies the plane, okay? He flies the plane. A pilot. And this is a map. The pilot likes to go to Italy. All right, let's read. Read with me, after me. Excuse me, how many countries have you been to? Excuse me, how many countries have you been to? Around 15 countries, I think. Around 15 countries, I think. Wow! Among those countries, which impressed you the most? Wow! Amongst those countries, which impressed you the most? Probably Italy. I love taking a gondola ride along the canal. Probably Italy. I love riding a gondola along the canal. That sounds interesting. Where is Italy? Here. Let me show you where it is on the map. Here. Let me show you where it is on the map. So the pilot loves Italy, taking a gondola on the canal.
Daniel and Mike hope that they can travel all around the world. Which places has Daniel been to?
Daniel, you've traveled to a lot of places, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Can you share some of your travel experiences with me?
Sure. If you go to Paris, you must see the Eiffel Tower. If you go to London, you must see the London Eye.
Sounds interesting. And what must I see if I go to Sydney?
The Opera House. It's just wonderful.
Oh. So these two boys are talking, right? It's Mike and Daniel. And Daniel has been to many places. Daniel has been to many places. Okay, so Daniel, you've traveled to a lot of places, right? Daniel, you've traveled to a lot of places, right? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess. Can you share some of your travel experiences with me? Can you share some of your travel experiences with me? Sure. If you go to Paris, you must see the Eiffel Tower. If you go to London, you must see the London Eye. Sure. If you go to Paris, you must see the Eiffel Tower. If you go to London, you must see the London Eye. Sounds interesting. And what must I see if I go to Sydney? Sounds interesting. But what must I see if I go to Sydney? The Opera House. It's just wonderful. The Opera House. It's just wonderful. Okay, guys, let's move right along.
The mice are planning to go on a honeymoon. But one of them is still thinking about his next meal.
Honey, where will you take me on our honeymoon?
How about Uncle Jimmy's kitchen?
Oh no, that's a restaurant. I'm talking about our honeymoon.
Oh, sorry. We can go wherever you want.
Can you see the two mice? The two mice are talking about their honeymoon. When you get married, you go away together. Okay? So when you get married, dun 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 dun, then you go and travel together, right? It's called a honeymoon. A honeymoon. So she is asking, honey, where will you take me on our honeymoon? Honey, where will you take me on our honeymoon? She wants to know. How about Uncle Jimmy's kitchen? How about Uncle Jimmy's kitchen? Oh no, that's a restaurant. Restaurant? I'm talking about our honeymoon. Oh no, that's a restaurant. I'm talking about our honeymoon. Oh, sorry. We can go wherever you want. Oh, sorry. We can go wherever you want. And now, let's hear this one.
Claire and Joan are looking at a map. Teacher Anna is helping them imagine what different places look like.
Look, those islands are Hawaii. Wow, they are so tiny.
Yeah, but there's a lot to do there.
Really? Like what?
You can watch people doing a hula dance on the beach, and if you go to the mountains, you can see volcanoes.
It can't be. I love volcanoes.
Great! Maybe you can go there on your next vacation.
Okay. This is a map. The children are looking at the map, and Teacher Anna is talking to them, okay, about volcanoes. Look, those islands are Hawaii. Those islands are Hawaii. Wow, they are so tiny. Yeah, but there's a lot to do there. Really? Really? Like what? Like what? You can watch people doing a hula dance on the beach. And if you go to the mountains, you can see volcanoes. You can watch people dance doing the hula dance at the beach. And if you go to the mountains, you can see volcanoes. It can't be. I love volcanoes. It can be. I love volcanoes. Great. Maybe you can go there on your next vacation. Great. Maybe you can go there on your next vacation. Okay, guys. So now, let's listen to the flight attendant.
A friend of Teacher Anna is a flight attendant. She comes to class today to answer questions from the students. She has been to many places.
How many female co-workers do you have?
About 2/3 of my coworkers are female. Great! I've always wanted to be a flight attendant when I grow up.
Can you tell us which city you like the most?
Let me think. New York is my favorite city.
Really? I love New York too. It's so cool.
So she is a flight attendant, right? A flight attendant. And she is female. So they are talking about how she is female and how many female co-workers, people she works with. Okay, let's listen to the next conversation.
Nate and Eva are playing with a model plane. They are talking about their future.
Being a pilot has always been my dream.
Wow! Cool! Why?
Because the airline meals are fantastic.
Really? If you're only interested in the food, maybe you should become a flight attendant. It's difficult and expensive to become a pilot.
Nate and Eva are playing, and Nate wants to be a pilot when he grows up. But Nate loves the food more than the flying. So Eva says maybe he should be a flight attendant. Okay guys, so see you in the next video. Make sure to do all your homeworks. Okay, thank you.